How to find investors for your first deal. Okay, so if you have no investors yet, don't stress out. Here's literally how to find your first couple. Number one, start close to home. Friends, family, colleagues, they're your first network. Now, listen, if you're like, well, I don't want to raise money from friends and family, that's fine. Get on the phone with those people. Be like, hey, I'm working on this project. It's bigger than I can handle. I was wondering if I could practice my presentation on you so when I do meet other people, I'm more prepared. Every one of your friends, family members, whatever it is, will happily meet with you and hear you out. The cool thing is, even if you don't want to accept them as an investor, you can be like, they'll give you your feedback. You'll see what's going on. You'll get a good sense of where you're a little rough and where things don't make sense. And then when they give you some good positive feedback, you can say, hey, do you know anybody in your network that you could potentially introduce me to? Yeah, my accountant. Yeah, my financial advisor. Yeah, this guy. Actually, my cousin is this. Like the point is, you can get introduced to people quite easily because they now feel good about what you're doing. Part two is show up. So in other words, industry events, networking events, meetups, these are low cost, low risk ways for you to get in front of people and start to practice your pitch. Now, the fun thing is, if you go to events where there's a lot of people that are looking to raise capital and do deals, you can actually present yourself and practice your pitch to see what lands and what doesn't, because they'll be the most experienced people that will give you feedback. So it's a really good way to get some experience. Step three, use social media. Literally, whatever your asset class is or your thesis is that you're investing in, literally start creating content about the market or personal stories or experiences to start building credibility. Now, if you're early in your process, don't pretend to be the expert. If you're not, take more of a reporter frame. So in other words, if you're newer to multifamily or newer to commercial and you're inspired about it and that's what you want to eventually do, initially just start documenting things that you're learning and maybe interviewing people that are more experienced, more professional, more of a track record, and start putting together a collection of good advice that you've gotten, and that'll give you a lot more traction and track record. And over a period of time, people will know you as somebody who is spending a lot of time in the asset class that you want to be known for. Number four, probably most important in this regard, is borrow credibility. In other words, share case studies, even if they're from other partnerships. Initially, starting as a passive investor with other people is a really good idea. Lots of our clients, before they became their own GPs or fund managers, they were actually LPs in other people's deals. Now, if you don't have the means to do that yet, that's fine too. Go volunteer, go work for free. Spend some money on some training, on some mentorship, whatever it is. But you need to get some credibility before you have that familiarity and that trust with people.